Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about the two best Caitlin Clark stoppers. And no, it's not Brittany Sykes and it's not DJ Carrington. You'll find out who in just a moment. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. We're going for 3,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit that notification bell when you do. You get notified of our next videos and our live shows too. Rob, those are the two best defensive guards, or at least two of the best defensive guards in the league. And you would think they'd be the best Caitlin Clark stoppers, but they're not. The best stoppers are on her own team. Coach Sides and Erica Wheeler.
You're right.
And a little bit less Kelsey Mitchell. But those are the reasons. The first two are the major reasons, Rob. And one is Coach Sides doesn't know what she's doing. And then she sticks in Wheeler at the wrong time. And Wheeler and Clark cannot be in the court at the same time. And it screws everything up.
Sides is definitely the Clark stopper because in some games she'll pull her out. She'll pull her out for defensive reasons, or she'll pull her out before she has a triple-double, or she'll pull her out or with an out-of-bounds play near the end of the game. She'll have her inbounding the ball instead of being off the ball and setting screens for her. Or with the offense, beginning of the year, it took her, 14, 15 games to figure out that, maybe I should let her handle the ball, and bring the ball up the court. What a concept.
Rob, she should have figured out in preseason to give her the keys to the Ferrari, because it's pretty obvious if you watch the Iowa offense, that's where Clark excels. And she didn't want to do that. And I think she actually got overruled because you saw in game 14, they played the half court offense. And then and Clark was just stuck out in the corner, not doing anything. And people complain. And next thing you know, she has the keys to the Ferrari in game 15. And ever since then, Clark's been going crazy and the team's been playing better. And they even beat the Liberty.
Right. Right. And that triple-double, Clark just kind of said, I don't know if Clark just kind of took over and said, forget you, coach. I'm going to do my thing. And that's why they won that game against the Liberty. She just started playing the way she'd been playing most of her life, freely looking up the court. If the shot's open, I'll take the shot. Teammates, I'll hit you for a pass. Even rebounding, even blocking some shots. So she did her thing. She just kind of ignored the coach and said, I'm doing my thing.
Rob, yeah. So the 10 games since then, since they switched it, the 7 games, she's gotten 4 times. She's gotten 13 assists or more. So it only took her 3 games to really figure out how to completely run the offense. And, if she had done that since the beginning, who knows where they'd be. They've lost 5 close games. I maintain they could have easily won all 5 of those close games. And in the last 5 games, she has 20 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds, a triple-double, and an almost triple-double. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't hard to figure out. Whenever she sticks Wheeler in, the offense slows down, first of all. And Wheeler is just not a good enough point guard. She doesn't pass well enough. She doesn't move without the ball well enough. She dribbles too much with the ball. And she doesn't seem to work well with Clark. She doesn't pass to Clark at the right time, or doesn't pass to her at all. She always gives it to Mitchell. I don't know what to say, Rob. She just doesn't know how to run an offense.
Hey, Mark, I mean, I know a player that they took off the team, and then the Mercury kind of picked her up off the street. And in her first game, she played 24 minutes and had 5 assists.
Well, we don't want to keep that, Rob. Again, logic can't. Oh, you can do logic in our channel. You can't do logic when you're talking about the Indiana Fever.
Again. Oh my gosh, I can't do this.
No more. No, I mean, the problem with Wheeler is she doesn't move well without the ball. And she's just not nearly as good a passer as Clark. So whenever the two go in there together, things slow down, and that's when their offense is not effective. Their offense is effective when they run. And Clark's the only one on that team that knows how to run that offense in terms on the fast breaks and stuff like that.
And unfortunately, Mark, their offense isn't really that great as far as movement. So when Wheeler comes in, it slows down like molasses. I don't know if some of our followers know what molasses is. So if you try to pour molasses out, it's very, very slow.
And it took more than 14 games for the coach to come out and say, oh, yeah, she's got the green light to shoot. That's not the impression that Clark had. She was hesitating shooting her threes, or just hesitating to shoot in general. And so she slowed Clark down in that sense. And then she always takes her out on defense, even though, like, she took her out the other day and she had 5 steals and 3 blocks. Yeah, her on-ball defense isn't the best, but no one on their team is good except for Hall and on-ball defense.
And that's even pushing it, too. So
it doesn't make any sense to me that anytime they do that, the other team starts making a comeback when they stick Wheeler in the fourth quarter or in the same time as Clark.
So Mark, being logical again, what does that tell you? Don't put Wheeler in the fourth quarter.
Or don't put her in when she's in with Clark. I've said this since game 3 or 4.
Yes.
That they shouldn't be on the court at the same time. And she should get 6 minutes of playing time, which she actually did one game, and they won that game when they did it against the Liberty. She got 6 minutes of playing time. When Clark needs a rest, and I maintain that she should rest Clark and not play her 38 or 40 minutes. Because if they're going to play a run and gun offense, Clark's going to get tired, and everyone's going to get tired. Mm-hmm. So she needs to make sure she gives Clark some rest and do it at the right time, not in the middle of the second quarter, in the beginning of the second quarter, in the beginning of the fourth quarter. That's when she should rest her.
Yeah, Clark already has enough to deal with the double teams and the traps, and now she's got a coach and a player that limits her too. So she's dealing with a lot.
Right. The best defensive guards in the league should be the Clark stoppers and the double teams that they put up against her instead of 2 people on her team, a coach and another player.
Right.
But Mitchell doesn't help either with not passing to Clark. So, but she can at least play with Mitchell because she won't be selfish when she plays with Mitchell, and she'll give Mitchell the ball. And if Mitchell moves without the ball, Clark will put her in position to get easy baskets, either cutting to the basket or wide open threes. So they can play together to a point. But with Wheeler, can't play together. It's just not the way it is.
She dribbles the ball too much, and like you said, there's not too much time to run your offense. And so when you're sitting there dribbling the ball like 5 or 6 seconds, then you have to do something. You got to speed it up. You got the countdown. Then you end up either throwing the ball away or putting up a poor shot.
Yeah, Wheeler dribbles too much. She's on the top of the key off to the side, and she did this in last night's game like 3 times. She gets to the right-hand side, and she dribbles between her legs 2 or 3 times, and she's not faking anybody out with between the legs things. She's just dribbling and wasting time when they need to have the time on the clock to set up their offense and start having a motion offense so they can get a decent shot off because their half-court offense sucks. And that's partly because Wheeler can't run half-court offense.
And I don't see, why do they run a pick and roll with Clark? I don't see them running a pick and roll with Wheeler that much.
No, because she doesn't know how to run one.
Exactly. And that's true, Mark. On the pick and roll, it's not just the person setting the pick. The person who has the basketball has to run their player into that screen. So if you don't know how to do that, which obviously she doesn't know how to do, then the pick and roll is useless.
Right. Well, I don't know what to say, Rob, but they're the number 2 stoppers for Clark right now. And right now, Clark should be she should be an MVP candidate right now. And this is the only thing that's stopping her from really getting to that upper echelon. I maintain she's one of the top 10 players in the league, and you could argue for an MVP candidate. If they continue to win, I think people will argue that. Not the haters won't, but they don't know anything about basketball. Anyway, Rob.
You mean ESPN?
Yeah, let's see what happens in tomorrow, because I'm going to do a live show for you against the Lynx at 4:00. It's on ESPN. Join us for that. And Monday nights, we have our live show from 6 to 8 Eastern time, except for major holidays and except for the 2 weeks during the Olympics, because we'll be going live from 2 to 5 Eastern time, because that's prime time in Paris, and that's when the marquee events are. Let us know what you think about the stoppers for Caitlin Clark in the comments below. Intelligent, non-insulting comments, please. And feel free to like this video if you did. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit the notification bell when you do. And we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Peace out.